I turned the lights on today, so you know I had an extra 4 seconds. Welcome back to my channel if you've never been here before. I don't know what this look is either, but we're gonna say it works for me today. Or I'm just gonna say that and you can judge me at home. Just a friendly reminder, if you wouldn't mind just like taking like 4 seconds, like the 4 seconds I spent turning on these lights, if you could take 4 seconds and just go subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, because I can't think of a good reason. Maybe stick around, see if you like this video, and then maybe just do it. Just don't forget. Today is gonna be another video about the little saga going on here between Trisha Paytas, Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star, and Hair by whatever the fuck his name is. I did make a video about this the other day when this was all sort of going down. It ejected me from my bed in a thumbnail and an entire video that I am really not proud of the way that I looked. Somewhere between a ghost and a thumb lies me, the human potato. If you have no freaking clue what's going on, I'm not gonna rehash it for you. I will rehash it for you, but you're gonna have to go to my title card. If you do know what's going on, great. The main point of my last video was talking about how I think Shane Dawson is a shitty friend, how I think he's doing Trisha Paytas really fucking dirty. And I'm gonna double down on that today. I did want to factor Jeffree in a little bit in today's video because I feel like the last one was mostly about Hair by and Trisha and Shane. And today I kind of want to focus a little bit on the Jeffree Star factor because I think it's kind of important that we look a little bit closer at that. Obviously Shane and Jeffree became close while they were filming the first of 2 very necessary series about Jeffree Star. They sort of bonded over traumatic childhoods, being bullied, being sort of controversial, hated creators. Over the course of like a year or so, they developed a sort of really obnoxious friendship. Sort of those like friends you'd see on Instagram who are like,
oh my god, follow Tiffany, she's like the best. She makes these mediocre tumblers with her Cricut. Oh my god, like she's just so talented.
I'm all for supporting your friends. My god, please support your friends and boost them up and promote them. But there's something very gross and inauthentic about their friendship in that way, because since the end of the first series to all the way through the end of the second series, there's a business model behind that. And some would argue that there was a business model from the start because technically the series was them working together. The cross promotion there just feels very, very icky. When you see them together, as much as they hype each other up, you still get like the vibe that Jeffree's like,
oh, Shane's like my sweet, sad little vermin, and he's like my hero.
Like, you know that like Shane Dawson has like a Jeffree Star altar in his $3 million I'm pretending to be poor mansion. I'm sorry, it's $2,955,000 mansion. Sorry. Wouldn't want to mess that up. The only reason I bring up money and where these guys get sort of financially entangled, if you will, is because in this rant by Hair by Dumbfuck, he very much focused on financial aspects. What he claimed Trisha couldn't pay for, the fact that she rented her house instead of owned it, money that she was allegedly griping over paying him. It seems like these people place all of other people's self-worth on their net worth. But I have sort of a theory about why Shane sort of abandoned ship, if you will. It takes me sort of back to what Trisha touched upon in her initial video, where she called the way that they talk about her mean girl shit. And it got me thinking, all of this is mean girl shit. Like Regina George taking Katie Heron under her wing.
Get in, loser, we're going shopping.
Regina's like the Barbie doll I never had. I'd never seen anybody so glamorous.
The interactions between Shane and Jeffree did, to me, always feel like, you know, very Regina George, Katie Heron. Although instead of Katie Heron, Shane would be the girl who has a heavy flow, no wide set vagina. And instead of Regina George, Jeffree Star would be Hannibal Lecter. But it does sort of fall into like a typical teen movie kind of trope, right? Formerly obese class clown is accepted and liked by the edgy, popular, intimidating kid. Like, he's in with sort of a cool crowd. But like in every teen movie trope, it doesn't always work out so well for the protagonist, who's now abandoned all their friends to stay in the good favor of the popular kid. I don't know, man. Like, when you're 12 and like two of your friends are like fighting and they're like, what do you think? You're in the middle and you're like, oh man, I don't know. Like, shit, this is hard. I think I'll stay inside for the weekend, and like when this diffuses, I'll kind of come back and we can all be friends again. That's cool when you're fucking 12. When you're in your 30s, have a moment of confrontation with either Trisha or Jeffree. If you're done with Trisha, done with being her friend, you're willing to walk away from a friend who blindly supported you through a cancellation that no one should have supported you through, at least have the decency to say, Trisha, I don't care about you, instead of treating her like actual garbage. At least then she would know where she stood, and she wouldn't have put any faith in you as a friend to have come to her aid in her time of need. Trisha made a video last night, as it were. It'll be 2 nights ago for you, but last night for me. She made a video sort of talking about the situation, how she wants to kind of move on. A lot of people were speculating that Shane and Ryland had unfollowed Trisha on Instagram when actually Trisha clarified that she had blocked them both. And I think that's fucking awesome. She also said that she wants nothing further to do with Shane, that he's basically changed for the worse. His response to this whole thing was to invite her over to talk or forget about everything. No, that's not how it works. You don't get to tell somebody who was essentially verbally assaulted, someone who had come to you previously, someone you have been friends with for 10 years, and say, well, this happened with a friend that I like, so let's just come on over. We can forget about all of it. Like, what? I'm very pleased that Trisha preemptively decided to block Shane and Ryland. I don't know if that'll last forever. I know situations with Trisha Paytas and with Jeffree Star can change in like 4 seconds, but as of right now, as the situation stands, if everything is authentic and everything is as it is right now, I'm very happy to hear that Trisha did that. And I want to be very clear that I'm not, even though I'm going to bat for Trisha in this situation, that it's not me condoning all the shit that Trisha has done over the years. I know that Trisha has done a lot of damage to many communities of people, most of them marginalized, and I am not using this as a way to excuse any of that. I just want to be very clear. I think in this situation, she's objectively been wronged in this situation. But the final point I want to make today is certainly Jeffree Star oriented. So Jeffree started tweeting, I believe it was yesterday for me. Yes, because Trisha made the video. So Saturday. Jeffree started tweeting in response to Trisha about the whole situation, basically saying he wasn't going to do this online. I have already apologized to Trisha behind the scenes. Text me if you want to talk about it. Love you, bye, kind of a thing. Trisha called it condescending, and I absolutely agree with that. If something is public, you need to publicly apologize. Today he had a couple more little nuggets of fucking shit. Good morning to everyone except the guy that used to do my hair. So this implies that he has fired hair bye. Really no proof that he's been fired or that he isn't still a friend or an acquaintance of Jeffree, so cool PR move. And then there was this one. I always hold the people around me accountable. I know that's hard for some people to believe, but I'm a grown-ass man and 2021 will only be full of good energy. 100. I always hold myself accountable. Who's holding you accountable is my question. This tweet implies that what Jay said on his Instagram live was in some way new information to Jeffree. Even though the story about him and his friends shit-talking Trisha on this Vegas trip, which is what I assume he has apologized for, has been public knowledge for about a year, at least. This is damage control. Nothing more, nothing less. And like a good little puppy dog, Shane Dawson unfollowed Jay right after Jeffree started. Good boy. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. If you like this video, please feel free to give it a like. If you didn't like this video, I don't care. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I make videos whenever the hell I feel like it. Turn on the notifications if you want me to annoy you every single time I post a video. Have a good day. I'll see you down in the comments. And then I'll just see you in the next one.